Show here, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about all the books I want to finish before the end of 2019. I have about 12 books left before I hit my 50 book goal. I am currently reading 3 books, one of them being The Wicked King by Holly Black, the second one being Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling, and A Cursed Rain by Nisa Letter, which means I need 9 more books for the rest of the year in order to make my goal. The first book I want to read on this list is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. Like I just said, I'm reading The Wicked King, so I'm hopefully getting ready for the 3rd book. I had pre-ordered it, so I'm hoping that I will be ready to read it on the day that it comes in. To give you guys a little secret, I'm actually only on page 8 of The Wicked King, so I suppose in the next like 4 days I'm gonna have to read it, which I think I'll be able to do in like 2 or 3 days if I just sit down and read it. So then I'll be ready for when the book comes next week. The next book I want to have read is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahiran. This book involves 2 main characters where one is a witch and one is a witch hunter. There's currently a war going on between the church and the witches. I don't know much about this book besides the fact that I think it's the female that's a witch and then the husband is a witch hunter. Overall, I think this book is about love between a witch and a witch hunter, so I'm kind of excited for that. So probably be ready for either a reading vlog, because I think there's a lot of people that have been like wanting to read this or have read it, and there's just been a lot of excitement. So I think I'm gonna vlog it and share my experience while reading it, so probably be ready for that video. The next book I want to read is Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevers. I'm absolutely in love with the series, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to love this 4th book. This takes place in the same world and the same time, but the point of view is in someone else that we have not seen before. We see new character that has also been involved with Saint Mortain. Years ago, she was sent off to kind of hide in the castle and pretend that she's a servant. So now she's being called and like saying that she's ready to do this quest, and she finally might be able to go home. Just to find out that home might not be an option, just because in the last book, Death kind of made himself mortal. Oops, spoiler! I will probably put down at the bottom, spoiler, because that's kind of mean and I'd be kind of pissed about it. Anyway, Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevers. The next book I want to read is Cersei Florence by Margaret Rogerson. In this book, we take a journey through Elizabeth's eyes. She's a human that works in a library with magical books. In her life, she's completely surrounded by sorcery, and it kind of comes into play with the plot and what she does. She says that sorcery can kind of turn books into monsters, so I think that's kind of what this is about. In this book, she faces challenges involving the court of the lands. She wants to become the kind of keeper of the books to make sure that their power stays in check and that they don't become monsters. I'm really excited to read this book because you guys, guess what? The main character is absolutely in love with books, and that is kind of why she is like sort of the world librarian, except these books have magic and can turn into monsters. The next book I want to read is Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab. This is the 2nd book, and in this book we are taken through the story by Kate and August. Kate is a human that was raised by pretty much a human monster, and what I mean by that is he did not really have any moral, he didn't care about people, he is a straight up cold-blooded killer. August, on the other hand, is an actual monster, but he was raised to be kind. Him and his family of monsters are actually really nice people, and his sister and brother, they're all adopted, but they act like they're some part of a family. In this book, monsters and humans are finally going to war, and August and Kate might actually be the thing to stop it. Don't worry guys, this is going to be different from my book haul, because the next on my reading list are Everland and Umberland by Wendy Spinelli. I don't actually know if that's how you say her name, that's kind of how it's spelled. This book takes place back in Germany when it's kind of like the Nazis are invading. The main character's name is Gwen, and there is kind of like a plague going around killing people. Captain Hook, or a scientist in this world, thinks that he solved the case for the disease. But it involves experimenting on children, because that's where he thinks the treatment is inside the kids. Gwen obviously doesn't care what he's doing until her little sister is taken, and so now she's ready to do anything she can to get her sister back. In the 2nd book, this continues on through the story, but instead we kind of have like an Alice in Wonderland theme. Alyssa is actually the Duchess to the Queen, and now that the Queen is on her deathbed, she kind of has to figure out how to find the cure. But she kind of needs help from her trusted friend, Maddox Hatter, in order to find the cure and hopefully save the world. In this book, Alyssa takes it onto herself to actually go out and fight people because she knows no one else will want to do it with the plague going around. The next one is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. I'm almost done with the first one, so hopefully I'll be able to move on to the second one soon. And then after that, I'm ready to move on to the third one. When I was younger, I kind of stopped halfway through the third one because I lost interest. But now that I'm older and actually love reading more, I am interested in reading the entire series. And that means moving on with the second book. In the second book, Harry Potter is returning for his second year, and this time, students are being turned to stone, and he kind of takes it upon himself to figure out who is doing it and how. Obviously with his trusted friends, Ron and Hermione. The last book in this video is Half Bad by Sally Green. In this book, we go through the point of view of Nathaniel, and he is actually the son of one of the most powerful witches ever. But the witch is a man, so really he's a warlock, but he still goes by witch. Nathaniel knows that in this world you cannot trust anyone, and he is currently trapped up in a cage trying to escape. Once he does, he doesn't know whether to look for his father for protection or what really to do. His biggest focus is trying to unlock his powers, and in order to do this, he has to go searching for something special. You guys, I've had this book since freshman year, so I really need to get to it. I have the second and third book with it, so hopefully once I read this, I'll be able to read the whole series, and then I will feel better about myself because I've had this for pretty much 4 years. And I tried to read it, but like the first chapter, no, like not even the first chapter, like the first 2 pages, I was like, no, maybe not. So you know what? I'm just gonna stop being stubborn and read past 2 pages and actually read this book. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what books you're hoping to read before the end of 2019. Like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!